Hey, my name is Mal Toast. You can call me Mal or Toast. Preferably Mal, but I'm fine either way. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be playing more Aragami 2. And this time I'm actually going to be making a video instead of just testing with my computer software. As always, I am live streaming right now on Twitch when I record this. And that live stream is a little bit behind the scenes as well. I'm currently messing with trying to upload my Minecraft video that should be coming out soon. So on this stream, there's gonna be moments where I'm paused and I'm working on it, you know? And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just testing how things work. Right now I've edited the video and it is currently exporting, and then I'll have to upload it to YouTube. So it should be going all stream. Keep on fighting if you believe it helps in any way. So I didn't really talk last time. I mean, I talked, but not like actually. Context in Aragami 2. I played this game back in the day with my buddies. My sensitivity's too high. And we enjoyed it a lot. We did 3 people, which is the max you can do. And we beat the game, and it was super fun. We'll go to 8. That's too low. Damn it. It was a super fun game. And I bought it. We played it on Game Pass at the time. And then I kept playing it. And I was the only one to continue playing it. But this is a game that I have started to just turn on in the background. And just, you know, it's a good, like, game for me to enjoy silently, if that makes sense. Kind of like how Minecraft is for a lot of people, and a little bit for me. So what I'm saying is, I think I missed the jump. There's a reason Aragami 2 is picked for, I did miss the jump. There's a reason Aragami 2 is the other game I decided to start my channel off with. I wanted to explain that because I really didn't do much. My first recording attempt was a Rocket League live stream, and what I discovered is I lagged a lot. So I may not be doing a lot of live games. Oh, I can't get in here yet? Fuck. Anyways, point of what I'm saying is I've already played these games. A few of them at least. I do plan on playing games I've never touched before. And because I've already played them, I am not going to be commentating on the games as much. These are more background things. Daughter, don't you recognize me? To me, your mother. I don't. For the money. So yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh, what is this cool mechanic? Because I already played the game. That's gotta be a slur. Your ninja technique, smoke technique, shuriken flowers, cloning technique, and yee. Anyways, I've already played these games before. You get the point. And that's not the focus here. The focus is, for right now, ensuring that I can make videos, you know? I want to know... I want to know that I can record videos comfortably. I want to know that I can edit them with what little editing I do plan on doing, you know? And when I feel like I've got the rhythm down a little bit, I'll start doing other things. But for right now, you can expect Aragami and Minecraft the most. I would definitely like to do more. Don't get me wrong. I like games, and I haven't had time to play them. But I got a whole list of stuff that's like, oh, I want to play, for fucking example, what is it? Hold on, I have it downloaded. Let me check. No, I almost killed myself. These are all games that I do want to play. I have never played some of them. And when I get the chance, I think they'd be very fun games to record, you know? My reaction, just see kind of what's going on. Stuff like that. And I mean, that's the point of this channel, is for me to play games and have fun doing what I'm doing. It's not purely a Let's Play channel because of that, and that's... I don't think this guy's gonna move. That's my option, you know? I believe there's a treasure back here, or whatever these things are called. Dude. Let's kill him. Power World, another one that I played Power World way back, and I enjoyed it, but then I never got actually that far into it, and I wanna go further into these things. And I feel like this is a good incentive for me to actually do stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have motivation to play games, but I want to. And now, I'm sitting here going, hey, I gotta do a live stream. I don't have to, but I'm like, I want to do a live stream today. What should I do? I hope that makes sense. I know I'm rambling, but that's kind of the premise. Or like, I want to make a video today, and I want to talk. So today we're gonna be playing Minecraft, and then it's like, I don't really know what I want to do. I'll probably play a more narrative-based game, something that I can kind of turn my mind off to. Not turn my mind off to, but like actually engaging, you know? There are a few concepts and ideas I do want to make videos on, and it's like, it's stuff I'll have to talk about. And so for things that are going to be like dedicated discussions, I'm going to be playing games like this that are much more lenient for me. I hope that makes sense. To just summarize though, I'm not gonna play an adventure game or like a story mode game like Soma or Subnautica when I'm talking about like how much I hate my life or something I want to do, an ambition I have, or like, oh, I want to do creative writing. This is my thought on it. Thought I remembered that. I'm not going to play a game that's fucking heavy or loaded when I'm doing that. And this game would be a more complicated, heavy and loaded game had I not played it before. But because I played it before, and because it is just... Oh... Almost lost it. Because it is a game that I'm... comfortable with, I'm fine with doing this. Another one that, strangely enough, is like this is Dead by Daylight. I know that's like, what the fuck? You can't relax and play Dead by Daylight, but as a killer, I sometimes can and I sometimes can't. And right now, I'm gonna be rusty, so I'm not gonna push it. But later on, whenever I do more, I will. I hope that makes sense. I know I'm rambling. I do that a lot. You're just gonna have to get used to it if you're actually somehow watching this channel. I need to stop saying somehow. That's a super negative viewpoint, and it's not good. Because if I'm like, I wouldn't watch my channel, then why the fuck would I expect you to? Or why would I ask you to, you know? But yeah. Context on this channel. Because I kind of explained who I am and what I'm doing with the Minecraft Who I Am video, but I definitely went more on the intentions of the channel. Something I wanted to cover more of, I just got out of a serious 1-year relationship, and this is an idea I had during the relationship. However, there's an obstacle with this challenge, or with this idea. One of the points of this channel is that I don't want to change who I am or censor anything. I want this to be genuine and raw. So, for example, I'm using my breakup as something I want to talk about eventually. Now, it's not me being like, oh, I need to talk about this. You know, that's not the goal. But it's something real and genuine about my life that I don't want to just not look at, you know? I don't want to be like, well, we're just gonna pretend it didn't happen. I thought there was a secret over here. It's not something I just want to pretend never happened, you know? And it's not something I don't want to talk about. But it's also something I don't want to talk about with people, if that makes sense. In a strange way, I want to talk about this thing. Chat. I want to talk about this thing that's super important to my life. But I also don't want to share it with the people in my life. It's not because, like, oh, there's no one I can trust. It's just, it's a lot. It's personal, and these are feelings and emotions that make me a vulnerable person. And I understand that if I'm being realistic here, putting this out on the internet will eventually come back to get me. I feel like this is something. Is it not? I fully understand that what I'm doing is literally just opening an unnecessary, like, thing in my life that eventually someone's gonna stumble upon and be like, hey, is this you? I recognize your gamer tag, or like, I recognize your voice. And that's gonna be awkward as shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I'm gonna be like, how the fuck did you find this channel? You know? And if somehow, some way, I go viral, it's gonna be awkward, you know? It's gonna be like the girl I broke up with. We are on pretty good terms, all things considered. But I haven't told her about this, and I won't. Because this is a me thing. And I want this to stay a me thing. So when she's like, what is this? Were you making videos about me and about us, our relationship? I'm gonna be like, you bet your sweet baby I did. I hope that doesn't sound weird. Like, I'm not going to say intimate, personal, there it is. I'm not gonna say intimate, personal things that are like super secret or confidential. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, this is something she did. You know, I don't plan on getting into the depths of my breakup. That's just not something I would want to watch, and I don't think other people will. But I want to get into my fuck-ups, my flaws, things I wish I would have done better, my regrets. Because that way, maybe someone else who's going through something similar can look at my content, listen to me ramble, and go, oh, so that's what helped this guy, you know? Or, so he did this. Or even just going, I guess I'm not alone. That's the type of shit I want.
Huh?
It's not much. But if someone out there can listen to me ramble and relate or feel more comfortable or happier, I'm glad I could help. I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck, it sucks that someone can relate. Anyways, no, I'm super glad that someone first off understands what I'm going through, and second off, maybe, just maybe, I can help someone else who's going through it. So, point of what I'm saying, this channel is a secret in the regard of I'm not telling anyone about it. My friends, family, anyone like that. So, coworkers, anyone. So if you somehow stumble upon this channel, and you somehow know me, that's insane. Small fucking world. But, good job, I guess. It's kinda cool. I'm impressed. What the hell is over here? Yeah. I hope I'm making sense. I know that people who know me in real life are probably, if they found this, gonna be like, what the hell? What is this? Why didn't you tell us about this? But, you know, it's not about them. It's about me. And for me, it's rare for me to put myself first. That's part of why I'm doing this. It's part of why I'm experimenting with starting a YouTube channel. I pressed the wrong button. I'm doing this because I've always wanted to. And because now that I'm not in a committed relationship, I have a lot of time. And something I've been struggling with is what to do with all that time, you know? Because it's hard. I work, and at work, there's a lot of standing around, thinking, waiting. You know, it's work. It's 8 hours or more, and there's downtime. You're not always fucking on that grind. Ruh-roh. And something I've been struggling with at work is going, damn, I miss her. You know? And not just I miss her, but like yesterday. Not yesterday. Friday night. February 12th, I believe. No, 13th? February 13th. I was sitting there at my job, and I thought to myself, man, I can't wait to see her when I get home. And then I had to, how the fuck did you see me? I had to pause. I had to sit there and sit in that fact that I just said that, I thought that. For context, I ended my relationship. It wasn't her, she didn't cheat on me or anything. I guess I can do that in this video actually. We'll talk about it in this video, because it's on my mind and I'm already kind of going into it, so. We had been dating over a year, lived together. I know we rushed on that, and that was us being stupid and immature. We're both young adults, and we thought we loved each other, you know? And as we were sitting there, day in, day out with each other, it kind of clicked to me. I didn't love her. Because if I did love her, I wouldn't feel this way. And we wouldn't have had the problems we were having. Now, I wasn't in a domestically abusive relationship or even mentally abusive, but it was taxing. It was draining. Relationships apparently are, who would have fucking guessed, you know, you dedicate your time and your heart towards someone, and apparently that's a problem. Would have never. That's just unlucky, bro. White bro cooking my ass. Holy shit. Okay, that was harder than my art. Anyways. Fuck down. So I had to get the guy back. It was hard. It's very hard. And we tried. We tried. This isn't just like, oh, we had an argument and now I don't think our relationship's gonna last, so I'm just gonna end it now and make it easier on us. That's not what happened. This was, the relationship isn't working, and I can tell, and she couldn't. But day in, day out, I didn't feel happy. I felt drained, exhausted. I felt less and less like I could talk to her, less and less like we could open up and be friends. It felt like I was locked in a relationship, not willingly. Does that make sense? Not willingly, is not a word. It felt like I was stuck in a commitment, not a relationship. I hope that is a clear difference. And we talked about it, you know? And she knew I was having these problems. She didn't realize how bad they were. She had no idea how bad this feeling was for me. And finally, tensions rose and boiled. And it got to the point where it was like every day there was a problem. Every day we had an issue, and every day we argued over something. And I couldn't do it. I decided, without telling her, that if things didn't get better within the next 2 weeks, by the next 2 weeks, on the next Sunday, I would break up with it. And they didn't. They didn't get better. They, in fact, got worse. And we decided I should rephrase. I decided I was gonna end it. It was on a Monday. She was at work, and we had been in an argument. And she asked me something, and I think she asked me if I was gonna break up with her. And this was the last Monday left of what I had determined. I said I'd give her 2 weeks. In my head, that's what I agreed to. And the reason why I made an agreement with myself is because I knew I would back down if I didn't set an established time and date. And the Monday before that Sunday, she asked me if I wanted to break up with her. And I told her the truth, which was no, I don't. But this isn't healthy, and we can't keep living like this. And if nothing changes by the Sunday, that's it, we're done. And then I had to go to work. And that's how Monday went. You know, and I spent all day on Monday thinking about this. And then I came home Monday night, and guess what? It was straight back to where we left off. It was, you can't end it. We can't do this. We need to work through things. You're not trying. It's like you don't even care. And I fully understand where she was coming from. To her, this was blind. This was a random thing that just, it happened. It was unexpected. There was no real warning signs. I just made up my mind, and that was it. And to me, this was inevitable. The more we talked, the more we argued, the more it confirmed that I had to end this. You know? And I try to do what's good. I try to do what's right. And I don't want to end a relationship with someone I cared about for so long. On a negative note. And obviously there's no good way to end it. But I don't want to end the relationship hating that person. Because how could I, you know? How could you dedicate so much time to loving and caring for someone and then spitting in their face? I don't know. I don't understand how anyone can do that. And it honestly sickens me that there are people out there who do that. And I'm not faulting them, because I had a buddy who did that, and I saw his relationship, and it was awful. But I don't understand how it gets there, you know? I didn't, at least. So that Monday I told her that I was going to end it on Sunday if nothing changed. And then that Monday night, she argued with me for hours telling me how I wasn't trying enough, how I gave up, how things could get better, how we just had to try, how I had to be willing to let things change, how... You get the point. I slept on the couch that night. Of my own choice. We needed space, and we were in a tiny cramped apartment. And it wasn't healthy for either of us. Did I get all the gold? I think I did. So, that night I slept on the couch. There was a lot of crying on her end. I'm not gonna lie, I shed a few tears. It was rough, emotionally. I don't feel good about myself making a woman cry. That's not something I take pleasure in. It's not something I hope to ever feel good about. And it felt particularly bad when it's someone I care so much about. Someone who I'm trying to do what's best for, and that is ending things now before they get ugly. And she I woke up in the morning to her crying from upstairs. And she had to go to work. And I drove her to work, you know. And it was pretty much dead silent. The ride was tense, awkward. What can you say at that point? You know? As far as I can tell, you can't. You have to sit there and just pray that things get better. And that's it. It was hard, really hard. So she went to work. I went to lunch with my mother, talked to her about it all. And I asked my mother, do you think it's better for me to wait until Sunday? And she said no. She said, you need to end it. And doing it sooner, ripping the band-aid off, is best for both of you. How the fuck did you see me? So I did, I ended it that night. Okay, let's not jump me all at once. That's crazy. I'm gonna restart this level. So, I ended it. That day, I picked her up from work as I was about to head to my work. And I told her, I said, I'm gonna start moving my stuff out tonight. And I'm gonna spend the night at my parents'. we're done. I'm gonna end this. Hey man. So, yeah, that happened. Alright boys, I need you to wait. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna restart this mission again. And it was hard. It was rough, you know. How do you do that? How do you know you're doing the right thing or something like that? From where I stood, you couldn't. Damn it. I'm dog shit. Oh shit. We're restarting again. So as I was driving her back to the place we stay at, I had to go to work. She works a weird part-time schedule, and I work first shift. I work second shift. And she's on a weird part-time first shift schedule. So that's all we could do. I need to move that back into the grass. I drove her back silently. And I told her, well, I should say it wasn't silent on our way back to the place. She tried to make small talk, pretend that things didn't suck as much as they did, pretended that we're just having a rough day or two, and that things will be better tomorrow. And I want to make it clear, I'm not faulting her for that. Nowhere in this is it her fault. This is just how things are sometimes. This is life. And I told her that. Dude, why the hell can I not lean against that rock? Okay, anyways. I told her that. I said, it's life. It's not a lack of effort. It's, we're not right for each other. And she told me no. Dude, I am not on a roll right now. Fucking hell. Okay, we're just gonna continue. So, I told her that things weren't working. And that I didn't know if this was gonna work. And I told her that that night I planned to move out. Go back to my parents. live with them. And thank God we had been in the neighborhood. Back roads, not back roads, but like rural little neighborhood, you know. Not heavy traffic, just a little one-way, not one-way road, but like a little skinny road, just, you know, normal traffic. And she started freaking out, screaming as loud as she could, crying in the car. And I couldn't do it. I feel like shit about this, even to this day. I couldn't fucking take it, you know? And she told me that she was going to jump out of the car. I was still driving. We were going maybe 20 at that point. Again, a little neighborhood. But she said, if you don't stop talking about this, I'm gonna jump out of this car right now. And I said, no, shut up. I'm moving out tonight. That is what's gonna happen. And then she unbuckled her seatbelt. I don't know if she had planned to prove a point, or if she thought going through with this would do something to convince me otherwise. But I glanced in the mirror, saw no one was coming, slammed on the brakes, which abruptly she slammed into my dashboard a little bit. And I said, shut the fuck up. Don't you ever threaten to hurt yourself towards me or anyone else. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that what I did or what I said was right. I don't feel good about it at all. And I hope it doesn't sound like I'm flexing or bragging. I'm not. I parked in the driveway and she proceeded to tell me that oh, I needed to kill that. That's crazy. Oh boy, they're both swinging at me. Oh my gosh. Fourth time's the charm is what they say. I pulled into the driveway and she tried to tell me that she didn't threaten her life. That she wasn't trying to make me feel bad by hurting herself. And I want to make it clear, this was not a recurring thing. This was the only time she had ever pulled that stint. So you don't have to worry about that. But after that, she sat in my passenger seat crying, telling me that she didn't mean it, and that's not what she was trying to do or say, and I needed to just work with her. I needed to, you know, she didn't think ending it was what's best for her, if we're being honest. And I did. We sat there for maybe 5 minutes, and I told her, I need you to get out of my car. I need to go to work. And I know how heartless that sounds. I just broke up with my girlfriend of over a year and told her to get out of my car because I had to go to work. But I need to make it clear, this wasn't about work. We both needed space at that point. And I almost snapped. Haven't told her this. I don't plan on telling her this. It's not something I'm proud of. But after her little threat, my hands clenched into fists, and I almost screamed. Yeah. I was cold and distant after that, and that night we officially ended things. And ever since then, I've been doing my best to try and end things on as positive terms as I can. I can't get up there. Chat. Oh, I forgot you couldn't die in this game, thank goodness. That was on February 9th. That's the Monday that this all started. Let me up there. Holy shit. Please. Chat. What was that? Um, the official breakup, I believe, was on Tuesday, the 10th. And if you're a little romantical, or you've thought about it and I hadn't, you would know that that Saturday was February 14th, Valentine's Day. It was potentially the worst timing it could have been. You know? I don't know if I could have picked worse timing. It wasn't intentional. I had not looked and gone, oh, she deserves this. Never. I hadn't done that. It just so happened to be that same week. Fucking... If you've also been paying attention to dates, which I don't really know why you would, this isn't that important to you, you would know this is around the same time I started my channel. And now you might understand why I had so much time suddenly available. I broke up with my girlfriend the Monday before I made this channel. It's something I had been wanting to do for a long time. I shouldn't say a long time. A couple months I thought about it and I was like, I want to do that as a kid, and now I can finally actually do it. So when I get a chance, I want to do it. I was still working out the logistics of it when all of this happened. And then this happened. And I had a new thought that occurred. What do I do? Is there anyone I can talk to? I've talked to my friends, but I'm not gonna tell them that shit. You know? How could I? I don't hate her, and I don't want her to be demonized, and if I tell my friends or my family that that's what she did, that's what she said, it's gonna cause nothing but people who can't stand her. And that's not my goal. That's not what I want. I don't believe she's a bad person, and I don't think she wanted to hurt me or herself. Oh, Chad, am I cooked? I think this is just the way things turned out. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. Like I said, I worked this Saturday, yes, on Valentine's Day, which was mildly a blessing because I didn't have to think about it as much. But as I was sitting there at work, I went, I wonder what she's doing. Oh shit. You know. I went, I hope she's having a good day. Oh. Yeah. And I keep replaying that argument in my head, the fucking words that we shared, the tears that were shed, all of it. And it just hurts so much. And this isn't me trying to play victim. I think she's hurting more than I am. I think I had mentally been bracing for this. And I don't think she has. I don't think she considered this concept until it was too late. And now we're dealing with the backlash and the aftermath of what was. And it's hard. It is so hard. Listening to these songs. These songs that I've loved all my life about, you know, heartbreak and love and everything else. And now it's like I'm going through that. How do you handle that, you know? How do you? These are questions that I've had to fucking deal with. And honestly, this is part of why I'm starting this YouTube channel. Obviously, I have a lot of free time now. Time where I dedicated with her, going out on dates, or talking with her up until the wee hours of the night. Late night drives, music together, all of this, every aspect of my life has been invested with her over the last year, and now she's gone. And I know I chose this. And I don't regret it. I've been happier, I've had more free time, more me time, I've been able to enjoy life again, and that's not something I regret. I've started this YouTube channel, and even though it's not going anywhere right now, it's been fun. I needed to do stuff. And finally, I'm doing it. And I am really happy about that. I'm really happy that I've started doing this. But I won't lie, Valentine's Day was hard. Today, because I worked all week and Saturday, today was my first day off. And it was fucking heartbreaking. You know? Having to sit there and go, oh, you know, you'd probably be doing laundry right about now. It's stupid, it's small, it's minute, but it fucking hurts so much. I don't regret breaking up with her. I think it was the right decision for both of us. And I stand by that. But I won't sit here and tell you that it wasn't a hard decision. And I won't sit here and tell you that I've doubted it every step of the way. Or that I haven't doubted it. I think I would be insane to not doubt that. And unfortunately, I'm still not done with it. I've moved out my essentials. Now I need to take my stuff. So throughout the next probably week or two, I'll be slowly moving all of my shit out. And that is something I've wanted to talk about. It's one of the things that I've been both simultaneously dreading, dreading and looking forward to on this channel. I want to talk about it. I want to get my thoughts and feelings out there. Because if I don't, then I never will. And I hate that this is where I'm most comfortable doing that. But it's all I've got right now. So I'm putting this out there. Message in a bottle. That is something that I've been dealing with. And it's not something that's going to go away anytime soon. And to be quite frank with you, I don't really want it to go away. I do still care about her, and I'm trying to end things on a positive note. As good as it can be, at least. So yeah. You'll probably hear more from me about this. I didn't intend for this video to be the video discussing that. I thought it would be me mining in a cave in Minecraft. But I guess I had to get it off my chest. When I said the goal of my channel was to be raw and genuine and honest and not have a filter, this is what I was referring to. This pain, this vulnerability. I would love sometimes to be immune and vulnerable, to not feel these things, but I do. And that's not changing. And I'm not going to try and hide that fact. Instead, I'm going to embrace that this is part of who I am. part of who I always will be. For better and for worse. I will always be the same dumb little kid who fucking watched Minecraft videos under his covers at night on YouTube well past his bedtime. I'll always be that kid. And I'll always be the dumbass who broke up with his girlfriend on the same week as Valentine's Day. You know? And I fucking hate that. I regret it so much. I do. But that's life. And I can't take it back. It's something I did. And it's something I'll have to commit to. I don't want this channel to just be something created out of grief and mourning. And I don't think it is. Because I had been considering making this channel for a while. However, I never had the motivation or the time. And considering I want the channel to be anonymous in nature, and I want it to be a private matter that no one else knows about, this was never really feasible with her. So in a way, it kind of works out. Are you shitting me? Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna finish out this level, and then I'll end my live stream, and I'll call it for now. It looks like my Minecraft video editing just finished. Actually, I'm gonna go AFK real quick and do that. I'll just cut this in the video. Alright, we're back. Just uploaded the video. Now we're waiting on it to actually upload. Crazy how that works. Dude, this is way easier than setting up your iPad mini on a fucking TV stand all day. Anyways, yeah. Relationships are hard. And they suck. There's many ways that they're good. They can be just as bad. I don't think my relationship was necessarily bad. I just think it wasn't the right thing. I think sometimes that's just how things work. And I want to add, for a little bit more context, this was both mine and hers first real relationship. And it was a year in. This was not just a fling, this was not like a 1 week obsession type relationship. This was serious for both of us. It was a very heavy heart to end it. But it's what I thought was best. And in the moment, when she had that little breakdown and started screaming, I'm not gonna lie to you. It solidified in my mind that I was making the right decision. So I couldn't keep doing that. I couldn't pretend like that never happened. And I couldn't just move on with the relationship and be like, ha 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 ha. Anyways, you wanna go on a date tomorrow for dinner? Like, no, I'm not doing that. I want to make it clear, I have not just cut ties with her. I know that it may sound like that. That's not what I've done. And I know there are some mental health problems going into that. And I mean, you can tell based on fucking what I just described. That's why I don't feel bad saying that. I did not just abandon her. That's not what happened. I don't plan on making videos that are this heavy all the time. This is this is an exception to that. It's rough, it's hard, and it's something I wanted to speak about. I wanted to get off my chest, and it's something I want to learn and heal and grow from. I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm the victim here. I know it probably does. That's why I've said that twice now. It's not easy to hear someone you care about threaten to hurt themselves. It really isn't. And I ask that if you have ever had those feelings, or if that's something you've ever considered, don't do that. Whatever you may be arguing over, it's just not worth it. Does that make sense? It's just not. And you know, I pray that she does get the help she needs. End of the day, it wasn't gonna be for me. I'm just a man. I'm only human. I got my own problems and my own issues. And if you want help, you have to seek it, you know? I did what I thought was right, and that's all I can do. And I know I'm rambling and talking to myself, but that's because these are thoughts I keep asking. Did I do what's right? What should I have done? There's 3 collectibles on this map? Oh, I'm so fucked. Okay, I'm just gonna take that. There's gotta be one up there. I see one collectible. I think I know where the other one is. So I gotta fucking win that 1v2. It's gonna be rough. So yeah. I'm sorry, I really don't know what else to say. It's a heavy topic, and I don't know how you can follow that with just... Anyways, this is what the weather's been like recently. You know? I can't. Shiny ass gravel. I don't know how you follow that up. And honestly, that's been one of the problems I've been dealing with is, what do I say or do about all this now that it's over? I knew there was some way to get in this building. I don't think I'm gonna fight those dudes, because if I get killed, that would be my other respawn, and that would mean I'd have to redo this whole fucking level for 2 guys. So they can enjoy their conversation in peace. But yeah. I guess I'm gonna end it there. I do really appreciate you guys listening and watching. I know these are long videos, and I don't expect people to watch and listen to all of it. I don't expect people to even click on half these videos. I'm not doing thumbnails, it's purely whatever YouTube decides is best. That actually feels like it would be helpful. I wanted to make this video at some point. I didn't think it would be tonight, and I think you can tell that based on the shift in tone. I gotta go back and watch and like see when the tone shifts. But yeah. Nah. I really do appreciate you guys watching. And I hope you guys have a great night. And if you are going through something similar to me, or worse, or better somehow, I hope things get better. Me too. I hope things get better, or I hope they never get this bad. It's been a pleasure. Have a good day or night. Have some fun.